Today's video is all about NATO straps. If you want to make your watch stand out, definitely try a NATO strap. There's so many different brands with different colors and combinations, different textures. You can really make your watch look like anything you want. So we're going to take 5 of these NATO straps that I have in my hands here. We're going to put them head to head and see which one is the best. So these are the 5 NATO straps we're going to be looking at today, all coming in various price points, and they're all nylon. But once we go over it, you'll see that they do feel completely different. But there is a large pricing difference between the cheapest and the most expensive. So what we want to do today is just look at each of these straps and see what is the best bang for your buck here. Is the most expensive one really worth it? Before we get in and show all of the different straps here, let's do a quick wristwatch check. I do have on my Zenith Defy Skyline here, and I love this watch. It really just shines in the light beautifully, and honestly, it's not a watch you see out very often, but I'm a big fan of it. So let's start off here with our first strap. This is the CNS, or Cheap NATO Strap Company. They're out of Sweden. Took me quite a while to get these. I am in the United States. And this is a ribbed nylon NATO strap. This comes in at about $5. So that's going to be our cheapest one. Our next one, also from CNS, is a blue sort of sideways tubular nylon strap. And this one's coming in at about $10. Of course, you might have different shipping and handling for these. And this, another sideways tubular nylon NATO, and this comes from Barton Bands. This is going to be about $22. And something to note on this one, I think you can find straps that do this, but this one has the NATO nylon for the keeper here at the top, where all the other ones you see, they have metal keepers. So something to keep in mind. Here we have from Bark & Jack, and this is just one of their gray nylon 2.0, and this one in particular is $34. Again, shipping's gonna be different depending on where you live and everything. It took me like 2 weeks to get that one as well. And then this, our final one here, this is from Artem Straps, mostly known for sailcloth straps, but they do make NATO straps. And this one here is coming in at $63, so quite a bit more expensive than the rest of the ones we have here. So we're going to just break down each one. We're going to try them on and see which one we like the most. We are going to be using my Tudor blackbay 58 blue here as our watch to try these on. Of course, color and taste may be good, may be bad for these. Most of these straps come in many different colors, so you'll have to just pick what colors you want. So don't focus so much on the colors on this, but we're going to focus on the material of the metal, material of the nylon, and just comfortability, adjustment, that kind of thing. So let's go ahead and get started with our first strap. So first strap here, this is from CNS, cheap watch, or cheap NATO straps. And on the wrist, it doesn't feel too bad here. You can take a look here, try to get close. We have a little decal there on the, I don't know what this thing is called, piece of metal, the buckle. Yeah, little logo there on the buckle. You do have metal keepers, which are pretty solid. Yeah, the quality is fine on these. I have no problem with that. Same here. I will say this is definitely the most rigid nylon out of all of them. It might be hard to see in the video, but it's very rigid. It's not very soft to the touch, and I guess that could be a downside or a plus maybe. I mean, maybe you would want rigid, maybe it's a little stronger. Maybe, if someone took a knife to your strap, it might hold up better. I don't know. I don't really plan on anyone taking a knife to my strap. But despite it being very rigid and kind of rough to the touch, on the wrist, it doesn't feel uncomfortable to me. It really doesn't. So again, take it how you will, but yeah, definitely not getting points for being soft on this, but may or may not actually be a downside here. Up next is another one from CNS, cheap NATO straps. This is the blue one, and good job knocking the camera there. And as you can see, this one a little different style, but I can say the material is a little more pliable than the old one. The old one was very like coarse, and I don't know if sturdy is like the right word, but not soft. One is not super soft either, but it is softer. So the other one was $5, is $10. So I assume with that extra price tag, you are getting maybe a little bit nicer nylon material. Let's go ahead and look here on the buckle. We do have a much larger buckle here than on the $5 one. Here, let me pull the $5 one back and we can compare. See, here's the $5 one, and very tiny compared to the $10 one there. So you can see the difference in that. I will put links to these in the description, by the way, so you can see exactly what these are on their website. Most of them come in different sizes too. But again, this feels comfortable on the wrist to me, even though it's still a little on the rougher side. It doesn't feel bad wearing it. The metal keepers here, again, seem fine on this. They seem like they'll definitely get the job done. And the quality, yeah, it's not bad. Definitely wouldn't mind having it a little softer, but you know, it's $10. I think this will certainly get the job done. Next up is from Barton Bands here. And definitely a different look on this one. Of course, as you can see, it doesn't have the metal keepers up here. That's going to be a big difference. It does have the NATO style keeper. So that's, I think, going to be personal preference to anyone. Personally, for me, I prefer the metal keepers. But, you know, you're going to have to pick that for yourself. They do have some metal parts on here. Obviously, we can see the buckle here is actually polished, which is kind of cool. So you are getting that little bit of polish, just kind of maybe a little fancier, I guess. I don't even see any logos on this one either, so they're just kind of keep to the nice polished finish. The metal bits on it seem fine. The quality seems fine to me. As far as the material goes here, you know, it's very similar to the last strap. It's very similar to that blue one. It has the same design, and the rigidity feels about the same. Let me pull this other one here and put them like side by side. You can see they even look very similar. So, you know, pliability and softness, I say, is about the same between these two. And, you know, this one from Barton Bands, this is costing you more money. This is $22. So, for what I would say a similar experience in this one from CNS, this one is only $10. So, definitely a bit of a difference in price there. You could get two of these, you know, shipping, disregarding shipping. But yeah, I don't know. Personally, for me, I definitely like the metal keepers better. But if you do like this look, it certainly is an option for you. Let's look at it one more time here for Barton Bands NATO Strap. Next up, here we have the nylon 2.0 strap from Bark & Jack. Very nice look here. Classic NATO style. Going back to the two keepers here. I'll see if I can get a good look on this for you. Something different that this has that the CNS straps did not is this keeper here fully moves. So you can move it up and you can move it back sort of as far as you need to. And that's kind of important depending on how big or small your wrists are. You may want this moved up or down. And on the CNS, you can only move it so far. And I have some other straps from CNS where it's a little short, actually. So you would end up seeing, you know, you would see that part like stick out like that, if you can see that there, which is not the best look. So depending on your size of your wrist is going to kind of depend how that works for you. But for this one, you have full movement of the keeper, which is really nice. That's definitely a nice feature to have. So I'm glad that Barton Jack has that. In terms of the nylon here, I mean, this is soft. There is a huge difference between this and the others so far. The other ones are pretty rigid to touch. This is very soft to the touch. Like I said, the other ones are rigid and kind of harsh to the touch, but wearing them, you don't really notice it too much. But this one is not like that. Very, very soft, very pliable. It's also easier to put on, to string it through the watch. It's a lot easier. So definitely a plus to Barton Jack there. In terms of the buckle, it's kind of a nice sort of oversized buckle here. Big piece of steel, very nice, holds the strap in very nice. I do think this buckle is a little better quality than what we saw in the other straps so far. So definitely giving props to Barton Jack on that. The other keepers as well, pretty good size. They hold the strap nicely. Like I said, the extra customization with the movement there is very nice. And that is going to be the Barton Jack, and this one comes in at $34. So this is our most expensive one so far that we've looked at. Let's get one more shot of it on the wrist there. And lastly, here we are. This is the Artem NATO Strap, and this is a very nice strap, I will say for sure. Just like on the Barton Jack, you do have the fully movable keepers. So this is going to fit you no matter what size. You will be able to move these keepers fully in any direction as much as you want. So again, a nice feature, especially that this is the most expensive strap we're looking at here today at $63. Nice that they included that customization there. In terms of the nylon feels very good, very soft to the touch. And as you can see, this is sort of I don't know if you want to say patterned or textured style nylon. So let me grab the Barton Jack here just to show you the difference. This Barton Jack, it's not super textured. There's like a little bit, but this is like much more textured in the line. So that might be, you might want or not want the texture. I don't know. You'll have to decide that for yourself. But I think the Barton Jack is a little bit softer than this. This is still very soft, but I think I got to give overall softness to the Barton Jack. But what I'm trying to say here is that the Barton Jack doesn't really have much texture. So if you're looking for a texture on your NATO strap in particular, this one is going to give you that with a very soft feel as well. And I will say, I think this one is, with being soft, is definitely a little more sturdier, a little more robust than the Barton Jack in terms of quality. It feels a little more rigid while still being soft, if that makes sense. So looking at the buckle here, very nice buckle. Large size is very nice. And all stainless steel and polished too, which really gives a nice shine. You can see we got the Artem here, and these are nice big square keepers, and they are fully polished. See if I can get a look here, and you can see all my disgusting fingerprints on them, but fully polished keepers, very nice to see that. I really like that a lot. Like I said, very soft, feels really good. Definitely good quality. If I didn't mention it, this is a $63 strap, so very expensive, even double, almost double the Barton Jack strap. So one more time, let's get a look at the Artem NATO strap. So here we go. I got all 5 of our NATO straps here that we just checked out, and I'm going to rate these 1 to 5. 5 being the least likely I would be to buy it again, and 1 being the most likely I would be to buy it again. I do want to say I think all these NATO straps overall are good. They all get the job done. Obviously, there's some different style, different designs. Of course, they come in many colors, many beyond this, so there is going to be some personal preference, but I do think some are definitely better value, better for the money than others. So first, I'd like to see in the comments right now, put what straps you prefer. Do you think one of these was better than the other? Let me know. Or if there's another NATO strap that I don't have here that you prefer, let me know that down in the comments as well, because there are tons of watch strap brands out there, and I'm always looking to see what else other brands have. So without any further ado, let's rate these. So number 5 for me is going to be the Barton Bands. For me, I'm just not really a fan of the NATO Keeper. And coming in at about $22, I didn't think the quality was really all that better than the CNS NATO strap. So for me, this is probably just the least likely that I would be to buy that one. Next is going to be, drum roll, is going to be the tubular NATO strap from CNS. This is the $10 one. For me, again, nothing really wrong with it, but I think like if I'm gonna buy the cheap NATO strap from CNS, I'm probably just gonna go with the cheaper option, because realistically, it's not a huge improvement in quality, and if I do decide, well, I'd rather pay more for the extra quality, I'm probably just going to get Barton Jack or Artem or something like that. I'd rather just pay a little more and get something even higher in quality, because the quality is just not that much better. So next up is going to be the $5 ribbed nylon from CNS. I think this is definitely going to be the best bang for your buck. I mean, you're talking $5. I even have gotten some that were on sale for even less than that before. And it gets the job done. Yeah, it's not the softest. It's not. But, man, is it cheap. And you can get so many of these. You can literally buy 12 of these for the price of one Artem strap. So, there you go. If you really want a lot of different styles, stuff like that, this is going to be the one you want. So that's why that's coming in at number 3 for me, the ribbed nylon from CNS cheap NATO straps. Coming in at number 2 is going to be the Artem strap. And like I said, I really do like the Artem. I think the quality is very good. I like the movable keepers. That's a nice feature. The polished hardware is very, very nice. Really good quality overall. But it is very expensive. I mean, $63 is a lot for a NATO strap. And, probably not going to be one I'm going to be jumping to all that often. But I will say, this is a color combination that I've only seen at Artem. And this is sort of a blue and gray Bond style NATO strap, which I think looks really, really good on the Tudor blackbay blue. And so having a unique color combination obviously gives us a little bit of an edge, but the quality is just super high, and I am there for the high quality. So definitely a fan of that. But that leads to the last. Our number 1 here for me is going to be from Barton Jack, their nylon 2.0 strap. I just think at the cost of $34, you are getting a significant jump from these two, and I think it's really close to being on par with the Artem. Really, really close in quality between the two. And at almost half the price of the Artem, this has to be the one that I'm going to most likely keep going back to. I do have a couple Barton Jack straps already, so that's probably why it is my pick. But let me know what you guys think. Obviously, everyone has their own opinions, but hopefully this at least gives you an idea, if you are in the market for a NATO strap, what you might want to look at in terms of cost and what kind of quality you're getting. I think NATO straps are definitely gives you a cool look for your watch, a little more casual, and can even get into that sort of military-esque, outdoorsy kind of look, which I definitely like. So thanks so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and also follow me on Instagram if you want to see some watch pictures on there. Thanks so much, guys. I'll catch you in the next one.